for the Downtown Development Authority for August 11th, 2025. So if we would, we can stand for the invocation and the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands,
one nation, under God, indivisible.
Very good. We have our first public comment period. Anybody wishing to speak before us? Seeing none, do I have a motion to approve the agenda? We have a motion. We have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Do we have a motion to approve the minutes from July 14th, 2025? We have a motion. And we have a second. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, very good. All righty, we'll jump right into it. Philip, you want to start with item number 2 under new business?
Yes, I might ask if we can have add an item to the agenda. I know we just approved the agenda, and I
Oh,
apologize.
that's true, yes.
I did have one additional item for FunFlix, the approval of a FunFlix contract.
All right, do we have a motion to add the approval of the contract with FunFlix for the Friday 9/5 First Friday event at Shamrock Park? We have a motion?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor? Aye, okay, so all yours, Philip.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. First item on the agenda is consideration to approve an invoice from Willowdale LLC for engineering and conceptual design services in the amount of $5,486.25. So after the approval of the RFP went to Willowdale for the proposed food truck park, further topographic surveying, engineering, and conceptual design services were required, basic conceptual design services required in order to provide the DDA with an accurate cost estimate associated with the property and the scaling of the project. This is also necessary for any future work to be done to the property. So if we can either continue with the food truck park or we end up developing the property, this topographic survey is really kind of a base level requirement, kind of a pre-engineering element that we would need for that property regardless of its future. So that being the case, staff does recommend we're going to, I've been in contact with Willowdale, Josh, and this is the extent of all of his services, small administrative amount from him, but it's mostly integrated science and engineering who he subbed to do this work. So that makes us right with them for however we decide to proceed with the project. Staff does recommend approval of the item in the amount of $5,486.25.
Okay. Does anybody have any questions for Philip regarding this? If not, we will look for a motion to approve the invoice for Willowdale LLC. We have a motion?
I'll second.
We have a second. Okay, any more discussion? All in favor? Aye. Philip? We have one more item on our, which we just approved. So we are looking to get an approval for a contract with FunFlix Outdoor Movies, which would be for our September 5th, First Friday event from 7 to 9:30 at Shamrock Park. The amount for this is $1,242.15. And we're looking to approve that contract for that particular event.
Yes, Mr. Chairman, I'd like to add that I'd like to recommend conditional approval of the contract. So the town has contracted with FunFlix in the past. In 2023, we did an event with them, and they had an appropriate contract for us at that time that legal had approved. We wanted to execute a contract that basically mirrored that exact contract for this event. That's not the contract they sent us. So I'd like to make the recommendation that the DDA authorize the chairman to execute a contract not in an amount to exceed $1,242.15, pending legal review and their submission of an appropriate contract to us.
And this, of course, would avoid us from having any kind of special meetings or anything.
Yes,
In
sir.
order to do that.
Yes, sir.
All righty. Was there any questions? Okay, we have a motion and we have a second. Any questions? All in favor? Aye. All righty? Very good. All righty. Brings us right down to our second public comment period. Seeing none, do we have any staff comments?
Yes, just an update on the pop-up that we're doing for food trucks. I am going to be starting advertisement of that this week. I anticipate wanting to have that live food trucks at the park next week, so kind of a 2-week run of advertising, just kind of spool things up and get things going. We've not nailed down all the specifics on it, except that I think we would like to start for the first day, it being just maybe a 1 or 2 day thing, just to kind of kick things off so that we can have a more robust event for that. And then I would also like to use some of the money that we have for sites and improvements to do a little bit of acquisition of decor, different things like that. And I may request a little bit of help. We are not going to hold up the food truck park for having all of that perfect, or the food truck pop-up for all of that perfect, but I'd like to buy some kind of cafe lights similar to the way that Night Market does it. If you've seen how they do things, they have a couple of planters with a concrete base and a pole, and they string cafe lights, just kind of make it look a little bit more like a place within the park.
A little more
bit of
festive.
yeah, and a little boundary. So, yeah, we'll start with 3 or 4 food trucks would be the maximum that we would try and pursue for the pop-up. But we've got some social media events and things like that that we're trying to, or posts that we're trying to get out there and get food trucks lined up.
Do you have any vendors that have shown, I know you have, that have shown some interest in?
Yes, all the vendors that were here at the meeting that we had, where we had the food truck interest meeting, they have all expressed an interest. And then I'm going to try and reach out to a couple more, because as the event continues, because it'll be a recurring item, we'll want to make sure that we coordinate with those food trucks well in advance to make sure that all those spots are filled.
Has Nick from the Mad Greek gotten in touch with you?
He has not, but I know.
Okay. He said he was going to reach out. He's anxious to be part of that as well.
Excellent, yeah.
Local, so. Any thoughts from anybody? Any questions?
I may ask for some assistance on the creation of the little lights and things like that, but.
I'm going to say.
Yes, ma'am, I know.
Very good. All righty. No other staff comments? Any board comments? Ladies? Nothing? All righty. If that's the case, do we have a motion to adjourn?